lots of pain I can do without. All I needed was a friend to lend a guiding hand, but you turned into a lover and mother. What a lover, you wore me out. All you did was wreck my bed, and in the morning kick me in the head. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried.
sweat away. I said, you might ever the boy to be working that way. Said, I like it with a big wide grin. He kept on popping and he said again, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, it only costs a dime, just a nickel a shoe. Does a million jobs worth of good for you, get a rhythm. When you get the blues.
First I get cold and hot, think I'm on fire, but I'm not. Oh, what a pain I've got, it must be love. There's nothing I can do, all that I want is you. Look what I'm going through, it must be love. It must be love, it must be love. I fall like a sparrow and fly like a dove. You must be the dream I've been dreaming of. Oh, what a feeling, it must be love. Something is wrong, alright, I think of you all night. Can't sleep till morning light, it must be love. Seeing you in my dreams, holding you close to me. Oh,
It seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. She was lovely, she was the queen of our nights, there in the darkness with the radio playing low, the secrets that we shared, the mountains that we moved, caught like a wildfire out of control. There was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove.
And I remember what she said to me, how she swore that it would never end. I remember how she held me oh so tight. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, but just running against the wind.
The years rolled slowly past. I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. I found myself further and further from my home. I guess I lost my way. There were oh so many roads. I was living to run and running to live, never worrying about paying or how much I owe. Moving 8 miles a minute for months at a time, breaking all the rules I could bend. I began to find myself searching for shelter again and again.
Against the wind, we were running against the wind. I found myself seeking shelter against the wind.
All those drifters' days are past me now. I've got so much more to think about.
Deadlines and commitments, what to leave in, what to leave out.
Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We found ourselves seeking shelter against the wind.
Against the wind, against the wind.
Two young people without a thing say some vows and spread their wings and settle down just what they need, living on love. She don't care about what's in style. She just likes the way he smiles. It takes more than marble and tile, living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. they sing, side by side in that front porch swing, living on love. He can't sue anymore. She can barely sweep the floor. Hand in hand, they'll walk through that door, just living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme. Living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love. You're living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme. Living on love. Well, it sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love.
I feel so bad, I've got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all the time. Since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou, saving nickel, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday
I watch myself slipping down the cracks, time and time again. And as sad as I lay my weapon down, this here ain't the time. So I'll rise, 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 rise like the embers. And I'll rise and I'll fall and rise again. But this here ain't the time to lay me down. And I spent my whole life afraid of dying, to come out in the end. And I'm wondering if I ever lived at all. But this here ain't the time. And if I fall, then please forgive these foolish feet for landing wrong. So I'll rise, 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 rise like the embers. And I'll rise and I'll fall and rise again. But this here ain't the time to lay me down. So I'll rise, 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 rise like the embers. And I'll rise and I'll fall and rise again. This here ain't the time. And I'll rise and I'll fall and rise again. This here ain't the time to lay me down.
You placed gold on my finger. You brought love like I've never known. You gave life to our children, and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always strong when I'm tired and weak. I could search this whole world over, you'd still be everything that I need. my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean, but most of all, you're my best friend. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean, but most of all, you're my best friend.
Hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoke out, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue, true blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. Hey, true blue, can you bear the load? Will you tie it up with wire just to keep the show on the road? Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, now be fair dinkum, is your heart still there? If they sell us out like sponge cake, do you really care? Hey, true blue, true blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when she's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. True blue, is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, true blue.
as an angel contemplate my fate. And do they know the places where we go when we're gray and old? 'Cause I have been told that salvation lets their wings unfold. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel that love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it, oh, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. And down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. When I'm feeling weak and my pain walks down a one-way street, I look above and I know I'll always be blessed with love. And as the feeling grows wrong and down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. And down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead.
Without life's encumbrances, Kerry's spirit now flies free to do all the things he wanted to do, just like you and me. Don't think of him as leaving, he's not that far away. A new life waits in store for him where there's sunshine every day. To laugh and to talk, to run and fish is now what he can do, to sit with the angels high and still keep watch over you. Although he has now left us, he will never go away, because each lesson that he taught us in our lives will always stay. On behalf of Shirley, Leighton, Dion, Roxley and their families, I warmly welcome you as we come together to say goodbye, to honour and celebrate Kerry's life. I'd also like to welcome those who are unable to be with us and are joining us by live stream. Welcome. My name is Delma Carpenter, and along with Brendan and his colleagues from Parkside Funerals, we feel privileged to have been asked to conduct this service for you. Please, if you haven't done so already, now is a really good time for you to turn your mobile phones onto silent. Kerry was like a cat with 9 lives. For 22 years he battled with health issues, and during that time he beat cancer 3 times. Along the way, being the trooper that he was, he dealt with whatever was put before him and was always looking for options that would improve his health. Kerry could not have fought and faced his challenges without the love of his family. Shirley cared and supported him 150%, and some would say she lovingly spoiled him. After a long battle, Kerry sadly passed away on the 1st day of June 2022. Today is a time to acknowledge one of the most difficult experiences in life, which is that of being parted from someone that you love and respect. Death, it unites us all. In that way, we put aside whatever we're doing and unite ourselves with everyone else here to share in common bond and respect of Kerry. For those close to Kerry, you can take satisfaction that he has been and still is a part of your lives. What has been will be forever. It cannot change by circumstance or time. When we lose a loved one, we're going to grieve. Grief is the price that we pay for love, and these 2 emotions are inseparable. Like 2 sides of a coin, they go hand in hand. Grief does not exist where there has been no love. It is important to allow yourselves that time to grieve for Kerry, and today, as we pay tribute and share this time remembering him, this is the first step in that process. It'll be the memories of Kerry that will sustain you and bring comfort as you adjust your lives and fill the gap that he has left. So what was life about to Kerry? It was about being a deep thinker and passing on his wisdom and knowledge to his family. It was about laying his hands to most things, being a jack of all trades, and a good one at that. His motto being, measure twice, cut once. It was about being generous with his time and eager to help out if he could. Life to Kerry was about being a stirrer and a joker. It was having strength and resilience to fight whatever challenge was put before him. But most importantly, it was the love that he had for his family. So let's now take a look at Kerry's life as told to me by his family. I'll take you back to Wynyard on the 4th of January 1948, and this was the day that Keith and Rita Anderson welcomed their second child into the world, Kerry Edwin. Kerry had 3 siblings, Maureen, Neville and Shirley, who is deceased. Growing up, Kerry was a bit of a rebel. He liked fast cars, motorbikes and girls. At just 14 years of age, he moved to Melbourne and worked for the railway. Returning home to Wynyard to live, he gained work on the pipeline from Savage River to Port Latter and went on to work in their processing plant at the port. It was during a stay in hospital that a young nurse, Shirley Deverill, took Kerry's eye. Nurse rules at that time was that you were not to fall in love with patients. One night, Shirley was out with her friends in a car and Kerry jumped into the back, seating himself between Shirley and her friend. Wanting to see more of this beautiful girl, Kerry asked Shirley where she lived, and naturally she gave him her home address, not the nursing home where she resided. Kerry, who had long hair at the time, fronted up to the Deverill home to be greeted by Shirley's dad, who sent him on his way. Shirley was later told that a young lout with long hair had been to visit her, and they don't want him calling again. Kerry got his hair cut. Well, the rest is history. They went on to marry in 1968, having 54 years together. The happy couple made their home in Wynyard and had 2 children, Leighton and Dion. Kerry was working at the abattoirs when they purchased a little farm at Riana in Duff's Road, where they reared unwanted pigs that Kerry brought home from the abattoirs. Their family grew at this time with the arrival of Roxley. Moving to Penguin, they bought a house that they later sold to finance a milk bar, where they both worked selling takeaways. Wanting to have fresh fish to sell in the shop, Kerry and his mate often went fishing for supplies. And on one particular time, they had a shark come right up to the boat and circle. Fearful for what might happen, they both hit the deck. It put the wind up Kerry. And a few days later, he got another scare. His mate put a shark's head in the chipping shed, so when Kerry opened the door, there was the shark's head looking at him. Kerry played that same trick on Dion. The boys were teenagers when Kerry and Shirley decided to move back to Wynyard. They bought a taxi business as well as a truck courier business, and life was pretty busy for Kerry, taking freight from Launceston to Smithton. A change in work career took him to Webster's Limited, driving their delivery truck. And after a time, Kerry was asked to manage the Wynyard branch of Webster's. Having an interest and a love of animals, he went on to be an animal nutritionist and estate stock feed manager. This was a job that he really did enjoy, out in the country, meeting farmers and advising them on their stock feed requirements. Life changed for Kerry when he had a heart attack, and along with other health issues, it left him unable to work. Kerry was very proud and wanted the best for his 3 sons, Leighton, Dion and Roxley. In their younger years, the boys attended Cub Scouts, but as they grew older, there was no group for them to join. So Kerry, in his wisdom, set up Venturer Scouts in Wynyard, where he became the leader, giving the boys in the area, as well as his own sons, the opportunity to enjoy outdoor activities involving camping, mud bashing, abseiling, orienteering and other adventures. In need of equipment for the group, Kerry took his truck along with the boys up the bush and cut wood that was later sold and raffled to raise money for the group. The boys, well, they were Kerry and Shirley's life. They worked 2 jobs to provide for them and to send them to a private school. Shirley said that the boys received a good education, but going to private school didn't stop them from getting up to mischief. She said that Kerry was not too impressed when Dion was caught being over-amorous with the opposite sex, and an entrepreneurial Leighton was caught selling condoms at marked up price. The boys said they could not have wished for a better dad. If they needed advice on how to do something, their dad was always there to help them out. They said he had a wealth of knowledge and knew how to do most things. The boys have gained the legacy of his skills: Leighton, his mechanical, cars and motorbike knowledge; Dion, timber and gemstones; and Rox, electronics, renovations and carpentry. When the boys brought someone special into their lives, Kerry was happy for them. He jokingly called Carol, Mandy, Darlene and Danielle his bitches, a term of endearment. Not having a daughter of his own, Kerry loved his daughter-in-laws and had a lot of time for them. When it came to his grandchildren, well, Pop Gander was over the moon and adored them all. Keanne Lee, Bronte, Jed, Paige, Leroy, Trinity and Erin, and of course we must not forget his furry grandchild Minnie. And I don't have to tell you all how much he loved you, because you already know. I asked the family what made Kerry smile, and they said having a fishing rod in his hand or hooking the boat up to the car. But above all, it was his beautiful wife Shirley, or Joycey as he affectionately called her, that made him smile. Kerry loved Shirley, and as I said before, she spoiled him and he couldn't do without her. Talking about boats, there was another love in Kerry's life, and that was building boats. He built one boat and was not happy with it and called it Mistake 1. Boat builder and good mate Henry Hobson helped Kerry build his second boat and lent him the equipment to build Mistake 2. Miles out to sea, not being able to see the shore anymore, breathing in the salty air, finding a lucky spot and pulling in a fish. Well, Kerry, he was in his element. The same at the Great Lakes. He enjoyed his time out on the lake, fishing as well as doing a bit of shooting and motorbike riding with the boys. Country music was another interest of Kerry's. He followed local artists Stuart French and his brother-in-law Dale Deverill, and liked listening to his favourites Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash perform. Family was a big part of Kerry's life, not only his own but Shirley's as well. He was a best mate to them all and was happy to help them out if he could. There is a quote by John Wooden, and it says, "The most important thing in the world is family and love." And Kerry was truly blessed. He had both, family and love. Sadly, Kerry left our world, but not before leaving a lasting legacy of love, kindness, honesty and generosity to those who were privileged to have been part of his life. He'll be missed by many. I'd like to invite Kerry's son Dion and Rox and Carol Ford, and they're going to share some tributes with us.
We always chatted and had a smoke. So I just want to acknowledge the people that could not make it, especially Mike. He was gutted that he couldn't be here today. So I usually get lost in my words when I talk. Today we're just lost. Please do one thing tonight. Hug your loved ones. Dad liked things to be organised. He told Mum a few weeks ago where his keys were to the shed. Just keep your eye on this picture. Told you I'd get lost. Where was I? So the other day I went back to the shed, looking for his keys just to lock it up. Guess what? No keys. Me and Leighton searched everywhere. No keys. And as I'm looking, I spotted this little gold thing stuck up on the wall. What's he got up there? This is what I found. The picture of Mum speaks for itself. A man that keeps things close to his heart and sends a message of love in the most unique way. By the way, I found the keys. Carol's here with me, and she just wanted me to mention that Kerry, Dad, Gander, has been the best father she could ever wish for the past 27 years. And we'll never forget being called the bitch. Quick story on behalf of Mike. So there's a little joke that I have, and probably no one else will understand it, but Mum and Dad for the past, probably since I've been hanging out with a mob that I call the Grey-Haired Brigade. They went to the Murray River on a couple of trips, and on one of the trips Mike was in charge of setting the fire, having it ready so everyone could get warm, cook tea at 6 o'clock. So Mike had done it this day, gathered the wood, got it all ready. About 4 o'clock, Dad thought, you beauty, chunk, lit the fire. Mike was gutted. That's me.
Hi everyone, I'm Carol, Gander's daughter-in-law, Rox's wife. I'm here to pass a message on to Kerry from his boys. The knowledge, wisdom and life skills that you have given us will get us through life. We'll be okay. A message from his other bitch, Mandy, Dion's wife. Gander, I will never forget the chats and the banter over a cuppa on a Saturday morning. I will miss you always, from the bloody bitch. Love you, Gander.
My family's not able to be here today, but they're all here in spirit. It was one of Dad's last wishes to get to see him before he left this world, and that was fulfilled. Here, probably about this time last year, I was talking to Mum and I said to Mum, you and Dad gave us the best upbringing us boys ever could have wished for. And they worked damn hard to do it. Some of the best memories I've got of Dad are on our fishing trips. When Dad had Mum and Dad had the fish and chip shop in Penguin, I was out in a dinghy one day. Dad was pulling in a long line, and it had a conger eel on the end of it, and he really wanted that conger eel. And I said, Dad, you bring that in here, I'm getting out. So reluctantly, he cut the line and let it go. Another one was at Lake Burberry in Mistake 2, and it was Mandy's first fishing trip with Gander. And she hooked up. There was a rainbow trout that's come up out of the water, and she looked at Dad and said, hey Gander, it's a Sony fish. At the time there was an ad on TV where fish were jumping up in the boat. And Gander said, just hurry up and get it in, Moo. Last time I was home, I was out in the shed talking to Dad, and he said to me, I don't want anyone to cry at my funeral, Dee. And I said, why is that, Dad? And he said, because I've had a good life. And I said, well, people will cry, Dad, because we're going to miss you, mate. Dad, you're gone, but you're not forgotten. You're in our hearts, you're in our minds, and we're going to cherish the memories forever. Gander, heroes get remembered, mate. Legends never die.
Thank you, boys and Carol. I'd like to invite granddaughter Trinity to come forward, and she's going to share a tribute with us of her pop.
Poppy Gander truly was one of the most amazing men in our lives. He fulfilled our hearts with joy, love, and a lot of banter. When we were little, Nan and Poppy Gander used to always tell us that the dicky bird would always be watching over us. However, we never believed them. But as soon as we went over for our visit, surely enough, the dicky bird had been and told Nan and Pop exactly what we were up to. And sometimes would even leave a little present behind if we'd been good. Poppy Gander was such a cool pop. He enjoyed showing us all his creations he made, which were always so amazing. He was such a talented man. He even used to gift us from time to time with necklaces, earrings, or any little creation really. They all put a smile on our faces. Pop was such a giving man. He always used to enjoy gifting others. Pop was such a storyteller. He always used to love telling us about his amazing adventures in life, even though some of them may not have been quite right, like trying to convince us he owned the spirit of Tasmania. But his stories were always enjoyed by us. You will forever be in our hearts, Pop. All the amazing memories we shared with you will truly always be cherished by all of us grandkids. We love you more than words could ever describe. We hope you're kicking ass up there and telling everyone your stories, always and forever, until we meet again.
Thanks, Trinity. Perhaps they should have named the spirit Mistake 3. How true are the words, a picture paints 1,000 words. We're now going to see photos of Kerry with an audio-visual presentation while listening to some of his favourite music.
I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high.
I was young, and so were you. And time stood still. And love was all we knew. You were the first, so was I. We made love and then you cried. Remember when? Remember when? Vowed the vows and walked the walk, and gave our hearts, made the start, and it was hard. We lived and learned life through curves. There was joy, there was hurt. Remember when? Remember when? Old ones died, new were born, and life was changed. Disassembled, rearranged. We came together, fell apart, and broke each other's hearts. Remember when? Remember when the sound of little feet wasn't music? We danced to week, brought back the love. We found trust, vowed we'd never give it up. Remember when? Remember when? 30 seems so old now, looking back. It's just a stepping stone to where we are, where we've been. Said we'd do it all again. Remember when? Remember when? We said when we turn gray, when the children grow up and move away, we won't be sad, we'll be glad for all the life we've had. And we'll remember when. Remember when. Remember when.
Picture does paint 1,000 words. I'm sure there's a story behind every photo. I'd like to share a poem with you today. It's called The Way It Is. The Way It Is, My World with You. You could say this is how Kerry saw his world for the past 22 years. Mostly people don't understand my new world, my new mind. Rationality is hampered and delayed. Impulsiveness is out of control. and thought has no other track than immediate speech. If not, it is lost. Depression is always hovering and is difficult to control. Management of money is disastrous. Suicide is not an option. Truth has a direct path to speech and can be hurtful to others. Forgetfulness is present at all times. Tools have gone. Didn't shave today. Forgot my medication. Tiredness is a real battle, just can't stay awake. Energy has gone and spirit broken. Learned today, gone tomorrow. Confidence is low. Shopping is frightening. Crowds, 4 or more, unnerve and disorientate me. My space is very important to me, and if invaded, I feel threatened. Yesterday has gone. Tomorrow does not matter. Maybe one day normality will prevail. Family and friends appear to understand my new life, my new mind, but do they really understand? The uncomplicated, simple, quiet life I now require. The family have asked me on their behalf to thank those who have made phone calls, brought food, and sent flowers and messages of condolence. It is so much appreciated. They would also like to thank those who went out of the way and have been there through Kerry's journey, caring and supporting him and his family. Also a thank you to Brendan from Parkside, who's been absolutely marvellous in supporting the family through this time. They would like me to express their sincere gratitude to you for your presence here today, as well as those who are joining us by live stream. I'm sure you all have memories and stories of Kerry that you would like to share with his family and each other, and with this in mind, they'd like to invite you to join them here at the Allambie Centre for a cuppa and a bite to eat after the service. Today we have acknowledged our appreciation of the privilege of sharing part of 74 years that Kerry has lived, and even though his death has meant a break in the link of the chain that binds his family, the influence and the effect of his life is very evident right now as we speak his name. The stories and the conversations we have shared about Kerry will remain with you. He has lived, and his living has touched us in all in different ways. May you remember Kerry for the good things he did, for the time shared with him, and for the man that he was. For those close to Kerry, he will always be with you. He will live inside your laughter. He's the place that you came from. He's the map you follow with every step you take. Nothing on earth can separate you, not time, not space, not even death. At this moment, it is time to say our final goodbye. Please stand if you are able. In grief of his death, but gratitude for his life and for the privilege of sharing it with him, we say goodbye. To everything, there is a season, a time to every purpose on earth, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to mourn, and a time to rejoice. Kerry Edwin Anderson, tenderly and reverently we give your body, to the purifying elements, and ultimately to the precious earth, from which all things come, unto which all things in life return. We take comfort in knowing that Kerry's pain has ended and his spirit is now free. With love and respect, we sadly bid him farewell. And a word from Kerry. I've finished life's chores assigned to me, so put me on my boat and send me to sea. Don't forget my fishing rod. I've been invited to a spot where the fish are biting, and every day is a day to fish. It will fill my heart with every wish. Don't worry or feel sad for me. I'm fishing with the masters of the sea. We will miss each other for a while, but when you come, don't forget your smile. It won't be long and you will see that we will be together, just you and me. To everyone else that thinks of me, be happy as I head to sea. And if anyone else wonders why I'm missing, can you just let them know that I've gone fishing?
He said, I love you till I die. She told him, you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. He kept a picture on his wall, went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. Kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears, all dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. You know, she came back to see him one last time. We all wondered if she would. And it kept running through my mind. This time he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today.